그리고 그 항아리 이번 주에 켜나갈 거거든요. 여러분들. 왜냐면은 지금 최대한 빨리 항아리 안 깨면은 나중엔 못해. 와 이거 누구 깼는데. 막 이런 얘기도 너무 많이 나오고 그 너무 많이 봐서 질린단 말이야. 그래가지고 빨리 깨야 될 것 같아. 최대한. 다른 BJ들 다 많이 했는데 저도 그래도 나는 아프리카 게임 BJ인데 나도 이거 깨고 싶어. 나도 이거 깨고 싶어요. 아니 남자 자존심이 있지. 전 이거 깰 겁니다. 그래도 아프리카 종합게임 BJ로서 자존심이 있지. 어? 여러분들. 일단은 타이머부터 켜야겠다. 씨발 나 이거 깬다. (60초는) 언제라도 할 수 있잖아요. 이거는 지금 아니면 못하는 게임이야. 뭐 나 깼어? 자 처음부터 해야 돼요. 별 차이 없는데 처음부터 하나 안 하나. 아 그냥 이왕 이렇게 된 거 처음부터 해야겠다 님들. 부금이라도 좀 듣게. 나와요 아저씨. 야 어제 철구 형 이거 하는 거 보니까 여기 못 지나가더라고.
No. There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your
왔어
phone
대청을!
the day before it
왔어
was
오박사!
as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after
아 그
spending
핸드
an
오브
hour
페이트
in the casino.
재밌었는데
If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black.
뒤지기 너무 화났어.
If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned
저
to the
아직까지
original
항아리 게임하면서 화낸 적 한 번도
Starting
없거든요.
over is harder than
아
starting
진심으로?
over.
근데
If you're
돌게임은
not ready
진짜
for that,
화난다?
like if you've
졌을
already
때?
had a bad day, then what you're about to
뭐
go
그게
through
돌게임의
might be
매력이지만
feel free to go away and come
진짜
back.
졌을 때
I'll be here.
그 상실감이 엄청 커. 아니 나 다 컨셉인데? 이거 이 게임 하면서 화낸 거?
Thanks for coming with me on this
진짠데?
trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes. This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often
왜 안
too rough
돼?
and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of
아, 저
building.
새끼 좀
than
닥치라고
for
해봐요.
the
별풍선
products.
10개 감사합니다.
In a certain way, Sexy
아
Hiking
화낸 거
is
아니에요.
built
나 게임하면서 화낸 적
It's
없어.
built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts.
아
And it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time.
아니?
In it,
절대
your
화 안 낼
task
건데?
is simply to drag
자,
yourself
오늘
up a
목표.
mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has
화 안
certain essential
낸다, 나.
properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery. And the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start sexy hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in sexy hiking is real. The obstacles in sexy hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I
개새끼야
was
좀
building
닥치라고.
I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new
아
obstacle
화낸 거 아니에요.
was my fault as a
친구끼리
player
그냥
rather than as a builder.
가는
Imaginary mountains
애정
build
어린
themselves
말이었어.
from our efforts to climb them. And it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with. And in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into
유격
pieces
자신
and starting fresh with new
유격
ideas.
자신 유격 자신.
For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds. Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital
아, 쟤
landfill that we
언제
call the
닥쳐?
internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and
뭐
untainted.
LA 다저스에 있을 때가
Everything
생각나는군요. 뭐
around us
그건가?
is cultural trash. Trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash, but only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music, B philosophy. Maybe this is what digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted. There's 3D models of breakfast.
야,
Gen
누가 보면 나
X's
5분 만에
fanfic
여기 온 줄
novels,
알겠다.
Scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, bad snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled. Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight. In this context, it's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things? When games were new, they wanted a lot from you. Daunting you, taunting you, resetting and delaying you. Players played stoically. Now everyone's turned off by that. They want to burn through it quickly. Quick fix for the fickle, and tricks for the clicks of the feckless. But that's not you, you're an acrobat. You could swallow a baseball bat. Now I know, most likely you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, while some dude with 10 million views does it for you. Like a baby bird being fed chewed up food. That's culture too.